Namaste and welcome to today's episode. In today's world, I think one of the most sought after topic is having a solid immune system and a solid defense mechanism. Everybody wants to have an immune system that is working perfectly fine, especially during these pandemic times. Let us understand how does our immune system work and how can we boost our immune system, how can we rejuvenate our immune system at the comfort of our home by taking certain measures that have been proven by science to be beneficial. Now, how does our immune system work? Our immune system uh, is taking all the clues and information from what is outside of our body and what is internal to our body. Okay, so whatever we are eating, whatever we are experiencing within our food system ecosystem, our emotions, plus whatever threats, whatever we are experiencing from an external medium, is what our immune system balances and responds or respond to. Now, if there is some imbalance between the external source and an internal source, our immune system collapse or our immune system comes to a standstill. Now, whenever we are stressed, okay, whether it is a physical stress, means doing too much of exercise, for example, or we are emotionally stressed or physiologically stressed or psychologically stressed, our body tries to release what is known as stress hormones. Okay, because the body wants first adrenaline to come in and then cortisol to come in to reduce that stressful situation. Now, when this happens, by default, stress and immunity are inversely proportional. So if your stress level goes up, your immunity will go down. So when your immunity goes down and then you are exposed to certain threat, whether externally or internally, you will fall sick. So one of the most important thing that you have to do is, no matter in what situation you are seeing number of cases going up in your society, you're seeing people in your family falling sick, you're seeing your loved ones going through a bad phase. Don't get stressed about it, because the moment you get stressed, your immune system will get compromised. Okay, now you need to calm down your immune system. That's number one. So the best way to do is do a lot of deep breathing. Okay, second is you have to rejuvenate your immune system either through certain foods or through certain supplements, and I'll talk about that today, something that you can add into your routine with immediate effect. Now, our immune system also get impaired when it is exposed to a lot of radiation. Now, radiation both from sunlight, so if too much of exposure to sun, okay, or radiation from electromagnetic fields. Now, electromagnetic fields like X-ray machine, like electromagnetic fields, like your wireless headphones, through your Bluetooth devices, through your Wi-Fi routers, your immune system get exposed to it and it gets subside down. It mellows down. All those 5Gs and 4Gs and all this technology, while they are a boost, I think we are overdoing it. There's too much of exposure of it right now. Okay. Now, what does our body does? Our body has a very unique system that the defense, our immune system is constantly moving in a body from our head to toe, 24/7, and it is just sensing what your body is experiencing. So if you're experiencing stress or exposure, your immune system will be hyper vigilant. If everything is normal, the immune system will experience everything and will say, okay, it's fine, let it go, no problem. This also includes what you're putting in your mouth, what you're putting in your skin, how much of water you're drinking, how physically active you are. Now, you know that our immune system is concentrated highly, 70% of our immune system is in our gut lining. That means what you eat will be the number one factor of how good your immunity is or how poor your immunity is, depending upon what you are eating. Besides our gut system, we also have immune cells in our lymph glands. That's why they say that you should move your lymph. How do you move your lymph? Two best ways. One, dry brushing. Second, spot jumping. You stand at a place and you jump for 2 minutes. You're moving your lymph. Or you use dry brushing as a technique. You also have immune cells in your armpit, in your groin area, in your breast area, in your tonsils, in your neck area. And that is why it is also important to activate your vagus nerve, to activate your vocal cords. So gargle would be a good idea. Making a loud noise when you release air through your mouth, like a huss sound through your throat, would be a good idea to activate these glands. Okay. So immune cells we know are your white blood cells. Now, so there are multiple of them like neutrophils, lymphocytes, basophils, eosinophils, but we are not talking about those. We are talking about two important cells within these, okay, within these white blood cells. One is known as T cells, T for tomato, okay, T cells, and second is known as B cells. So T regulatory and B regulatory cells that our body has. Now, whatever we are exposed to, okay, like whatever food we are eating, whether it has got preservatives, colors, additives, whatever we are smelling, whatever we are exposed to on a constant basis, every day that we are getting exposed to, our B regulatory cells respond to them. Whatever we get exposed to all of a sudden, for example, this virus has struck us all of a sudden. Whatever we get exposed to all of a sudden, then our T regulatory cells come in place. So that one is handling your day-to-day exposure and one is handling your crisis situation. Now you want both of these to be balanced, both to be primed, working properly for you. Now what happens is, if your immune system over a period of time has started to go slow, means it is not responding to a situation, it is saying, okay, let it be because you're too much exposed, you're not resting, you're not drinking properly enough water, you're not exercising, you're not eating good food, your immune system will go down because your immune system also needs certain nutrients, certain activity. When it goes down, you always fall sick very, very frequently. So people who fall sick every season change, every now and then, their immune system is subsided down. Now, there are times when the immune system becomes hyperactive. Okay, it is responding more than what it should. So at times it starts to attack itself, or at times it starts to consider what was a friend as an enemy. Now, when that happens, you have what we call as autoimmunity, where your immune system is hyperactive. Now, what are the things that you can do to manage your immunity? What are the things that you can add into your routine to bring balance between T regulatory and B regulatory cells? So I'll tell you nutrients, and I'll tell you the richest source of food item that you can find for them. So number one is zinc. Zinc, we know, is for immunity. These days everybody is talking about zinc. The most concentrated source of zinc that you can get is in ginger. Okay, not in nuts and seeds, but in ginger. Second is vitamin A. Now vitamin A, vitamin D and vitamin K are needed for immunity. They are fat soluble vitamins, but vitamin A you get most in lamb liver. Okay, now if you are a vegetarian, then you'll get it in red chili peppers. Okay, what you get in carrots is not vitamin A. What you get is beta carotene. Okay, even red chili peppers is beta carotene, which gets converted into retinoids, which is your vitamin A. Okay, so animal organs will have higher vitamin A. Okay, now you have to be very, very careful when you're taking vitamin A in a supplement form, that you don't overdo it. It's very toxic in supplement form, not in food form. Third is B vitamins, especially folate or B9. Now you get them in dark leafy green vegetables, but with summers, your dark leafy green vegetables consumption and availability goes down. So the best food to get instant highest dose of B vitamin, especially folate, is black-eyed peas. Okay, black-eyed peas. They are from a legume family. Fourth thing that you need to increase your immune system is iron. Okay, majority of people, especially females, are deficient on iron because of how iron is being absorbed or how iron is being consumed in today's world. Now, the best two sources to get instant highest dose of iron is there's a seaweed known as kelp, K-E-L-P, that's there, or wheat bran. Okay, the outer skin of a wheat that usually people add into their flour to make your dough. Okay, then you need copper. So copper and zinc work in tandem. So one goes up, the other will go down. So if you're supplementing something for zinc, you should also supplement something for copper. Okay. Now the best source for copper is Brazil nuts. Okay. Vitamin C. Now vitamin C, the moment we say vitamin C and everybody talks about it, everybody takes, people talk about lemon, people talk about oranges, people talk about kiwi, but the best sources of vitamin D, which is most bioavailable and easily in the highest concentrated form, when I say highest form means in the smallest quantity, same quantity, the highest amount of vitamin C is in guavas. Okay. Then you need omega-3 fatty acids that you get from nuts, seeds, and from seafood, certain seafood, blueberries, raw garlic, raw onion, pomegranate. Okay, and you need to ensure that your vitamin C levels are upregulated when you want to boost your immunity and want to have a solid defense system. Now, when it comes to one food that has enough power to boost your T cells and your B cells, that's mushroom. Okay. Now, mushrooms are wild mushrooms. They are cultivated mushrooms. Whichever mushrooms you take, they will help to boost your immunity by boosting your T cells and B cells simultaneously. Okay. Uh, Mushrooms also help to reduce chances of breast cancer, which is on a rampant pace in today's world. Okay, and then the last food that you need to look at is your vitamin D levels. Now you need to ensure that your vitamin D levels are maintained at a 30 ng per ml load. That's the bare minimum load during this pandemic times, and you would want to just boost them by taking regular supplements or taking food that are rich in vitamin D. But sunshine would always be your number one source for vitamin D. Now, if your vitamin D levels, even after supplementations, are down, you would want to check your fasting insulin level because both are inversely proportional. Now, if you do these things, if you add these food into your regular diet, they will slowly improve your defense mechanism. When your defense mechanism is improved, your ability to fight virus, bacteria, fungi, any other parasite would be much, much better. With this, you also need to ensure that you're balancing this with appropriate exercise. So maybe it's 10,000 steps for you, maybe 30 minutes of high interval training, maybe some body weight exercises. Definitely you need to calm your immune system. So anything that brings your stress level down, maybe it is painting for you, dancing for you, deep breathing for you, meditation for you, yoga for you, spirituality angle for you, investing in relationship for you. Anything that brings joy and calm you down is something that you should invest your time now and forever, and ensure that your sleep is not compromised, because everything gets negated if your sleep is not appropriate. You need around 7 to 9 hours depending upon where you are and what age and what's your lifestyle, but at least 7 to 9 hours of good sleep, which has both REM, light sleep, deep sleep, that will help you to boost your defense system. You do not need to invest in a lot of supplements or into a lot of superfoods. Keeping it simple and keeping it sustainable would be the key for now and forever. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and we'll catch up soon. Namaste.